Hello, Goddess, and welcome to this week's Thankful to Thrive Thursday, the very last Thursday for this month of April. And I don't know about you, Goddess, but I sure do feel that shifting, the changing, the rearranging within myself as that which is happening in my life also. So within, so without. And there's a lot of transformation underway. And so I feel that. And for me, I'm looking at where I am, feeling both lost and found all at the same time. If that makes any sense at all, it's this unknown space, Goddess. Welcome to it. Welcome to it. 101. I just saw there on the little timer. And for those who may be new to my channel, my name is Rochelle Richard, and we are here at Empowerment Experiences, looking for and finding our power all along this, which is each our own self-love empowerment journey, a journey comprised of a collection of empowerment experiences. And that's very much a healing twin flames journey as well. It's like this whole layer on top of what's already a self-love empowerment journey, right? It's this next level. I have come to feel as though a twin flame journey is a self-love empowerment journey on steroids. It really is that next level of reclaiming your power like never before, for sure. And that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. Oh, and with that, I am so thankful for each and every one of you. I am so thankful for each and every one of you that comments, that subscribes, that likes my videos, that books a session with me, that has, purchased one of my video courses, even a custom affirmation station. I don't mention a lot of the realm of things that I offer. I'm really feeling to offer more of the time freedom things as opposed to the more time structured, time committed items. That's just so what I've been feeling, and we've got to be following this, stepping out into that unknown space. We're also used to trading time for money. That next level of abundance and owning your worth is realizing that your time, there is no value. It's an infinite value because time is immeasurable. It's always this moment. And we negate this moment when we're not in this moment. And that's what Thankful to Thrive Thursday is intended to remind us of, to have this interweaving thread of awareness to amplify the importance of counting our blessings. And I know it can be challenging when it feels as though your entire life is upside down. But there's no greater time than that moment to look for and find your blessings, because that is what it is to look for and find your power. And when things are so up in the air and so seemingly unknown, that the only thing you can really tune into that is known are the things that you can acknowledge, you can appreciate, that are supporting you through this unknown time, that are perhaps guiding lights, navigation beacons along this path of this unknown, where we are all finding ourselves in one way, shape, or form, stepping out of that comfort zone completely. In fact, the comfort zone. And there's 444 right there. I just looked up the comfort zone. I was looking at my hands, the comfort zone, where it's been shattered. It's been completely shattered. Like your ego has been keeping you stuck in that the universe, your higher self, all conspired for you in your favor to say, that's enough. Why did I just hear from Alice in Wonderland, the mean queen, off with their heads? It's literally that, the severing, right? The cutting the cords, the severing of the ties, the cutting loose the past that you've been holding on to, off with their heads. Oh my goodness, really? It's a weird, silly, kind of wild kind of experience right now we're all in. And I'm feeling it. Are you feeling that energy, goddess? Oh my goodness. So 101 and 444, let's start that off today with our message here from our tools, our resources that we use. 101, look right there. The power is in your hands. That's exactly where we're starting today, this Thankful to Thrive Thursday, being so grateful that the power is in our hands, that we do get to decide what we're giving our attention to, and that what we give our attention to is what we're calling towards us. I mean, the things that I've been processing through for months, this was a crossroads that was coming for me. I had no idea what it looked like. And it does not look like what I thought it was going to. However, it's a practice of, okay, where is my power within this situation? No, I cannot control my external. I can only control my internal and influence my internal or my external by way of my internal point of attraction. So if your point of attraction is higher vibration, then you're going to have a higher vibrational experience in that which you're experiencing. But if it's low vibration, it's gonna, especially if we're holding on to shit. Well, again, that's the whole point of this is, we're letting go of it, right? You are the catalyst. The power to let go is in your hands. That's even what the Twin Flame Tuesday is, that letting go. Follow your heart. It doesn't matter how small that step is, goddess. Take it. For me, it's going, oh my, I actually just bought temporary wood flooring. Did you know that they had that you could put over carpet? I'm creating like a little outdoor indoor space because I'm going to have plants and everything. It's going to be my Zen den up in this master bedroom on a different level than what I created for myself here. And this is my favorite room in the house, the room where I record all of my videos. You see the Chai Time with Rochelle show, which is just on pause with everything going on. I thought, it'll be, there's a lot. And with in turn, again, that breakdown within myself where it's just the processing, right? And being able to pivot. That's what we're all being asked to do, goddess, is to follow your heart, to follow what feels good, even if it's to say, I'm going to paint that room. Even though I don't know how long I'm going to be there, but I'm going to paint that room. And I'm going to tell you what, sister, I took a week to originally paint this room, and then I painted it, an alteration of it, by making one half of it just the green and white versus the orange and green and white. And I'm so grateful I did, right? Sometimes I know my ego will say, that's just too much work. Really? Think of how it's going to feel. Putting in the work of whatever it is to follow your heart, to take that step in that direction and to keep taking those steps. Focus your thoughts and intentions on what you desire to create. That then in turn becomes the direction in which we're taking those steps, is that to which we're focusing. This is a new stage. Change is happening also in the twin flame connection, because changes are happening in you. Again, I remind you, goddess, the twin flame mirror. So many goddesses ask me, but is this what's happening? Of course. The more you feed that doubt and question, The more you feed the doubt, the more you amplify the doubt, the more doubt you're going to experience. Stop. Start paying attention to the questions that you are asking about yourself and your journey, and focus on gratitude. If you're asking a question and you can't quite find a different way to phrase it, number one, book a session. Let's talk about that. But number two, then just get off the subject for now. Get off the subject and focus on things for which you can be grateful instead. How can you be thankful that you're actually thriving? Like, I look at where I am in my life, and I look at where my divine masculine is in his, and the physical vessel divine masculine, right? Because anymore there's so much detachment that has happened within myself and in my journey. It has to, in order for you to really truly let go and ascend, let go of the things that are weighing you down so you can rise up. Okay. But I look at, and I'm so blessed. I'm so blessed. New beginnings. And again, that's where we are. We're in these new beginnings, this new unknown space. And that was what happened with March. Remember, in the beginning of March, we had just realized that we were just stepping into this clearing space. I keep seeing, because the calendar's now changed and it's been even a whole other month, but it was so poignant that day. But now that we're in this, remember, new levels, new devils. Well, now you've stepped into this new level. Well, you're going to keep stepping, because within this whole new level are these other levels within it that you keep stepping because you keep letting go. Amplification of having optimism, increasing motivation, inspiring initiative, and allowing for inspiration. We're really, again, with this new beginnings, means this new energy flowing in. Which, how can anything new have come in anyway unless you're letting go of the old? This is why it's that so much is being asked to let go. And even if that is especially your divine masculine right now, where he keeps coming back in this repeated cycle, and it's the same thing every time, and you want to have, well, something has to change. Goddess, what's left that needs to change? Nothing changes until you change it. Remember, even 101, very beginning, you are the catalyst. You are the catalyst. And then we had 444. You are not alone. Archangels are around you. Powerful, angelic love frequency right now. You are so supported. You are so loved. It may feel as, so discombobulating right now. It may feel that, but you're not. Clear the blocks and take inspired action for your vision. Again, whatever, it doesn't matter if it seems like a small vision. Like right now, my vision is focusing on creating my new space. My new space where I know I require that in order to feel creative, in order to feel just, the vision I have in my head. I'm going to measure I get to stop by the place today and take measurements of the room so I can start literally, I've already laid out a design of what's going on. There it is. You are deeply loved and supported. You have amazing power within you, just as 101 said, right? Power is within you. You're shifting into and experiencing different dimensions. It is that time, Goddess. Time where we just let go. We let go of the things that we can't control. We focus on the little things, as they say, right? As we've always said, because, and I'm hearing samosas, because it's always the little things that really turn out to be so big. And that's what it is right now, is we have become so practiced in taking these little bad things the things we've said, the things we've done, and we've made them so big to where we beat ourselves up, we hold guilt, we hold shame, we hold regret, we hold blame. We've got to let all of that go. And we do this by taking that pause, taking that breath in this moment, and pivoting over to the good things, no matter how small. In fact, especially super small. Envision the reality wherein everything that you have, you love, you appreciate, because it's what you wanted. In one form or another, it is what you wanted. Yeah. So, how can you envision for yourself a reality from the perspective of how you feel? That's what we're being asked. Goddess, that's what you're being asked, is what would you like to feel for your journey, for your life, for your moments, every moment of now? No matter who you're with or what you're doing or where you are. Feel into that. And when the thoughts come, when the images come and you see things, and they may be things that you feel that your ego is going to tell you that you can't have that right now. Shh. Don't listen to her. Don't listen to her. You keep letting yourself feel good, Goddess. Because right now, you're in the unknown. You're working your point of attraction. It's about feeling good. And she's just here to poop on your party. Don't let her. Okay? Don't let her. Send her to her room. And you allow for your imagination to go wherever it wants. To go places it's never been. Because you are in a place that you've never been. And it is time for you to go places you've never gone. Because, Goddess, you have asked to go places you've never gone. You have asked to be places you've never been. So, here you go. Giddy up. That was fun. Oh my goodness. It's time for the adventure. Let the adventure begin. For real, intentionally. And that's the difference, is it's an intentional adventure now. Yeah, no, you don't know exactly what's coming. You don't know exactly what's going to happen, because things did not exactly go as you had planned, did they? Huh. Because it's about learning to trust the journey, learning to surrender to the journey, learning that where your power is not in controlling your experience by way of controlling your external experience, but rather it is by way of you controlling your internal experience, because that is what attracts, what brings to you your external. How you experience this experience is determined on how you choose to feel about this experience and feel in this experience. Whew, we're just, ooh, oh, like, this is good. This is a good message today. So much growth have you endured. And I know we have those times where it's like, oh my God, does it ever end? No. Because if you are not growing, you are decaying, goddess. And who wants to be decaying? At least not yet. Not while you're vibrant and young and just full of life left to be lived. So allow for the support to be shown, be known that, in this unknown, there will also be the knowns that, yes, you're supported. Allow it to come in. Allow for it to be there for you. Allow for yourself to receive it. Because we're breaking cycles, goddess. We're breaking cycles. And that's such an important thing to also note. That's why we're in this unknown, is because we're needing to ask and receive. We're needing to practice allowing ourselves to receive, which is a major cycle that we're all breaking from this self-love perspective. Oh, I can handle it myself. You want something done right, you got to do it yourself. Oh, I don't want to be a burden. I don't want to bother anybody. How often has it been that you've heard or things have happened where in the moment the conversation was something like, oh, this happened. Oh, and the other person says, oh, I wish you would have told me because I had or I could have or oh my goodness, I was able to But the solution didn't meet the problem because it was kept silent. The problem was kept silent. There was a block that between the problem and the solution, because the one who had the problem wouldn't allow for the solution to come by removing the block and allow the problem to be known. These cycles must be shown, goddess, so that they can be outgrown. And support is necessary. Support is necessary for that. Oh my goodness. And I'm super excited then, for the cycles, the support. In what ways right now can we be working that light within ourselves? Yes, of course, be honing, be practicing, be curating the gift, the ability to navigate this experience by way of vibration, by way of how you feel. Remember the scorpion recently, and my poor little pinky, like it leaves like a residual for a while. It's finally feeling normal again. But yeah, it just, the whole recognizing though that it's all vibration. It's all vibration. You're in a space and place where of course you're honing the gifts of your third eye, your intuition, your vibration, being able to be aware, your awareness. You're tuning all of these things right now. All of this, higher self gifts as you're seeding the light. That's it. So exactly, that's, as I've already been saying, that is how we are working our light, goddess. Right now for yourself is to simply be trusting that each step you take is the step you're supposed to take no matter what. It's all part of the divine plan. That even though things do not look like you would have liked them to look in this moment, does not mean that all of your dreams are lost, that you don't get to have what you desire. It's that for right now, where you are, this is where you are, and you are not in anywhere other than where you're supposed to be. So this is where you're supposed to be. You're laying the foundation. You're planting those seeds. You're seeding the light everywhere you touch, everywhere you go. There's a piece of you, you know? And when you are coming from that place of choosing to tune to a higher vibration, to feel good, and I know it can be challenging, Goddess. I know it can be challenging to believe that things are working out in your favor while it feels and appears very, very much as though your entire life is crumbling around you. I know. I know. However, we just keep holding on. Because here's the thing, it doesn't matter how angry you get, how discouraged you may feel, you're still being supported. It's still all part of the divine plan. Look at everything that you have come through and where you are. Look at where you are when you're feeling good. And then look at all that you've come through and go, wow, all of that was temporary. Wow, I'm so glad I did go through that, because wow, I sure shit did grow through that. And I did see that I was supported. So knowing that, look, if you weren't afraid, what would you do? What would you do if you weren't afraid? Knowing that you do not need to be afraid, what are you going to do? What are you ready to do? Ask those questions. What are you ready to do? Oh my goodness. We got both the leader, empowered woman, empowered goddess, rising cards here. Warrior woman, priestess. Grab a sip of my green tea, green and white. Oh, I love that. Wow. Right now, Goddess, for those who, if you by chance, and others, those out there who are questioning how you're being called to step up and lead. I don't know how. I don't know what that looks like, but I don't have a business, but I'm not doing this, but there's no just anything. You lead by being you. By being the truest, highest vibrational version of yourself, you can lead others into that space within themselves. That's what you're here to do. That's who you are. And so that's all you're here to be, is you. And I say that's all, but I mean that by saying that you are more than enough in all your fully expressed glory, all your divinity. So you show up shining your light, standing in your power, feeling vibrationally your way through this world, navigating your way, and people going, wow, that just happened, but look at you, you're just sailing right through it. I would be devastated. But you can be like, but you know, I got power of me. I'm in my power. I recognize the power's in my hands. I recognize that it's always been in me. That I focus on what I need to take care of within myself. And then the adventure is truly an adventure because I choose to see it as this adventure unfolding before me. And that all I have to do is set my point of attraction, and that's what really determines which road you take. Whether it's the one filled with potholes and a bridge that's out, or one that's just smooth and beautiful and scenic. You get to choose. That's exactly what this is. Feel which feels good, right? Close your eyes, and you're riding down the ride of life, down the adventure, down the open highway, and it's beautiful, and the trees and the colors in the sky and the clouds and the flowers that line the road, and oh, it's just so beautiful, so stunning. And you just breathe in that fresh air. It feels amazing, doesn't it? We're not going to go to the other one, right? The other one that's filled with the potholes and it's like a wasteland. It's a wasteland. Yeah, we won't. That's all we're going to talk about that one. Right? Yeah. So you are choosing which path you're taking on this, which is your adventure. What kind of adventure you're having is determined by you. And I know it can also feel challenging. I feel this to say, challenging to allow yourself to be fully excited about something that is working out in your favor, because of that fear of waiting for the next shoe to drop, or waiting for the bottom to drop out, right? Waiting for the next bad thing to happen. Stop. Because as long as you're riding the ride, so a tree falls all of a sudden on the beautiful scenic route, and it just happens to land in the road, and you gotta hit the brakes, and things get a little, a coffee mug or two break and things like that from having to slam on the brakes, but just stop. Everything's fine, and you get fixed up, and it's all good. It doesn't take long. You can just flow with it. Good thing you got extra mugs, right? So, which path? Now, what is your path going to be like? Filled with potholes or smooth sailing? Even if a surprise lands in there, a challenge is presented you, right? That you have to respond to, because there's still going to be challenges no matter what. Remember, new level, new devils. That's what growth is about. If you're not growing, you're decaying. So you're perpetually going to be presented with challenges. And so when we can really move past the resistance of, or the block of accepting that this is how it is, that's where the whole line of it is what it is really truly is valid, because it is what it is. You're going to be forever presented with challenges. It's how you grow. You'll be done with these challenges once you're out of this world. So move past it. And how are you going to make the best feeling experience for yourself where you are? What can you do for yourself to, even at the very minimum, alleviate the heaviness that you may be feeling at this time? Because that's still going to be one of the ways you're being asked to step up and lead, because Goddess, you're not the only one. And that's the thing here. That is the thing here, is our ego likes to separate us and tell us that nobody else understands. And while yes, on this twin flame journey, ooh, Goddess, yes, on this twin flame journey, it is very challenging, challenge, opportunity for growth, to feel as though you can be truly expressive about this connection with those who know absolutely nothing about it, and therefore don't understand it. Especially when you say, oh, well, I got the divine masculine message coming right now. And to say that it is union that I desire, and right, it can be challenging to really be you. But that's what you're being asked to do, Goddess. To feel what feels good, because I'm guaranteeing you that beneath the fear of truly shining your light and stepping out of that comfort zone, beneath that fear, oh God, would it feel so good to be free of that, to be free to be all that you are. It's time. We make this shift bit by bit, by again feeling our way through this unknown, because that's why this is the unknown. Because you are shedding who you are not. It is a process. You're not going to shed everything at once, most likely. It's a journey. It doesn't usually genie like that. It's an evolutionary process. One with which we are on, one with whom we are on, with the divine masculine, as well as, again, to point out that the divine masculine messages that I bring are really more of the divine masculine collective energy as a whole. Perhaps, like it seemed as though last time, very much clearly, it was that masculine energy within us all, really focusing on bringing your divine feminine and divine masculine energies within yourself into union, because, dear sweet Goddess, that is what union within is all about. The feminine and masculine within yourself. Because you certainly will not achieve outer union with your divine masculine without that harmonious inner union within yourself. It's just the mirror. Remember, the mirror. So with that, wow, order from chaos. And so this is why, it may seem as though within yourself, in your life, there may be chaos. You may not be sure. And that's because the divine masculine physical, your divine masculine, is most likely showing this chaos, both internally, externally. Wow. Even the energy, the chaos of energy, the chaos in my thoughts, the chaos of everything, even that and it's because the external life, the outside world feels like chaos, especially for our actual divine masculines. And so that is why there's going to feel as though there is chaos within yourself, because that divine masculine energy within yourself is experiencing this chaos, right? His world is upside down. The masculine is about stability, right? Is about structure. And right now, the masculine feels as though he has no power, he has no control, because the home, the structure, things are in disorder, they're up in the air. And for the masculine, that can, especially the wounded masculine, right? Especially the wounded masculine, that can feel just devastating, right? Life debilitating for real, because of the need to control outside of themselves. And this is why it's important to, this is why all of that chaos with this card, because it's the feminine needing to lead by example here. The feminine within yourself, the feminine energy within you, as well as the feminine that you are within the connection, for you to lead through the intuitiveness that is the feminine energy, that is the surrender, the flow, that is the feminine energy. Because that which the masculine has known is just, it's shattered. It's complete and total chaos. Because we are healing the wounded masculine template so many ways. And that's going to take time. It's a mess. That's this chaos. And that's why all that, just all of a sudden when this card came up and I just couldn't quite get the words conveyed, there it is. Because feminine, divine feminine, you are being asked to ground into your gifts and embrace this adventure and step forward and lead now. Truly lead. Not from your mind, from your heart, from your soul. Don't think about how it's going to work. Feel it. Allow for the downloads, the inspirations, the thoughts to come to you, and feel them and go, no, yes, no. And make sure, especially if it's a fuck no, you better dismiss that and don't you bring it back on the table. And if it's a fuck yes, go with it. Don't even bring other things to the table. Just go with it. Be quick about your decisions when you know that you're in that decisive space. That's what it is to lead, is when you know when it's a definite, you don't need other things. Even I recognize that in for this house, I was offered, there was a second one, and it was really quickly a fuck no, even though I was working at going, well, but maybe, because there was those two things that I do like of where it was, but it was still no. Decide and align, because your work, where you're being asked again to focus, is on the feeling, on the aligning. That's what you're doing when you're feeling, is you're aligning with, again, the kind of path that you're going to be on, the adventure that you're going to have, what kind of adventure that you're going to have. Oh, wow. Okay. Mercy. There we go. So for now, definitely, for sure, very much, right? This jumping up, patience. Have a lot of patience with yourself, with the masculines as a whole. I know, even for myself, I know when there's a lot of the wounded masculine energy being healed or being purged, being healed, being processed, is my, one of my old patterns is about how, we don't need men. It's basically the feminist, perspective of men are worthless. I don't need them. And it's from all of my trauma and such. So we're purging that, right? So right now, have patience with yourself, and patience with that masculine energy within yourself, and patience with your masculine. As he's away off doing what he's doing, let him. Because the practice is for you to learn patience with your inner masculine goddess. Because that chaos that you're feeling It's your inner masculine. And it may very well, again, be being very visibly expressed externally if you're able to see what's going on with your masculine in the physical. Because this is a process of renewal. We are in this process of renewal. It's supposed to be chaotic. And that's why in this unknown, there's going to be moments where it is excruciating. Of course, that's the growth. However, you have transcended that need to just wallow in it, that you can still take your energetic being and transcend this space and time here and continue to be honing how you feel, what you're focusing on, that you're not focusing on what's not feeling good in your experience. No, because you don't have power over that. You only have power over you and feeling good in you. That's what this part of this renewal process is about. You stepping into your leadership power truly of just being in your feel good space and leading in that way. And when others ask, what are you doing? What's going on with you? How you feel so good? How you feel? You say, because I choose. Transformation underway. Definitely time for refuge, goddess. With all this chaos within you, all this chaos happening with the masculine energies, the wounded masculine, the divine masculine energy is all about that. The embrace. It's literally what my arms just did, right? There were no words. It was just this, right? All the chaos of the wounded masculine within here, right? The divine masculine, the higher, right? Is just embracing that little boy, that wounded masculine energy within yourself, goddess. Because we're not just healing our inner little girl, but it's the inner child completely. The inner child template within ourselves and of humanity. And so right now, know that as you are healing that wounded masculine within yourself, as this chaos within you is seeking that guidance, that lighthouse, that beacon from the feminine, you've got to be that part in yourself that stands up and says, I accept this challenge. I am rising to the occasion. I am recognizing that it is up to me to just simply be, so that I can feel the path that feels the best, because we can't see what we would like to see on the other side of these decisions that we're being asked to make. We're only being asked to feel and choose yes or no. And the masculine, and you know what it's like to be in that chaos, goddess. You've been there. That's what all this growth has been about. You've been there. Where you couldn't get your bearings straight. But now you can. Now you can, and now it's time to really be honing that. Oh, this was so good today. This was so good. Yes. With that, dear sweet goddess, I am so grateful for you, and I look forward to more videos. I look forward to seeing exactly where I'm led moving forward with what's coming. It's incredible how, again, we start down a path only to find out that right? What kind of adventure? And you can change your mind and change directions and change yourself anytime you choose, because it's your journey, it's your adventure, nobody else's. No matter what, every detour, every scenic route that we take, it's all part of the divine plan. Trust that. Remember, Goddess, one of my favorite mantras is, I am where I am, and I am exactly where I'm supposed to be. Because if I were supposed to be anywhere other than where I am, I would be. So, anchor in to your power and step boldly with each step forward along the path that feels the best for you. And you will lead all whom you are here to lead out of their own space and place of darkness just by shining your light, illuminating your beacon into the darkness, so that others may follow and do the same. With that, dear sweet Goddess, I thank you so much. I have links down below in the description for ways I can serve and support you. Please like this video and hit the subscribe button. I really would love to hear comments and how any of it resonated. The more the merrier. I love comments. I love hearing from you. It is my intention that YouTube is where I want to be. I love making videos. I love creating content, and there are more and more things to come. However, in the meantime, in the interim, I will be, for the next week, getting settled into my new place and creating my whole little Zen den. That's what feels good. That's exciting. And then, yes, I will be showing you the after. So with that, dear sweet Goddess, I remind you that the power is in your hands, the power to feel your way into a feel-good reality, into having a feel-good adventure. The power's in your hands because the power has always been inside you. Namaste.